I'm Andy, the Mitsubishi guy from Showcase Mitsubishi. Want to show you another new arrival, 2017 Mirage ES 4-door with a hatchback. This is the infrared exterior color, and the red looks great. Take a good look at it. New for 17 for Mirage. There's a whole new nose. Looks phenomenal. Just a great looking car. We sell a ton of these. This is an amazing amount of car for the money. Realize this is a new car for a used car price. This car still has, already one of the very best gas mileage cars sold in the United States. This car's rated at 37 in the city and 43 on the highway. Amazing fuel economy, okay? But this car has a 10-year, 100,000 mile warranty on the powertrain. You get 5 years and 60,000 miles bumper to bumper, 5 years unlimited mileage roadside assistance, 7 years, 100,000 miles on anti-corrosion, and even 8 years, 80,000 miles on computer and catalytic converter. All that warranty in a car priced a little over $15,000 before any rebates or incentives. That's a lot of car. And a reliable car off the scale. Off the scale. Costs you very little to buy, very little to run because the gas mileage is so good, and very little to own because you've got an amazing warranty that goes on and on and on. Now let's take a good look at the outside of this car. I love the red color. I love the big spoiler on the back. And the car is just laid out well. It's a 4-door and it's a hatchback. And I like the hatchback because the hatchback makes the most of a small car. It allows you to fold that back seat down and give you all that cargo space. Before I get too far into it though, let me climb in the driver's seat. Let me show you all the equipment you get with it on the inside. Because a lot of people think that these cars are inexpensive. They're not going to be well equipped. It's not the case at all. So I'm going to go around the car and I want to show you some of the equipment. We have power windows, power locks, and power mirrors on this car. All right, you can turn the traction control on and off. Right here we've got our headlight control. Right here we've got our wiper control for front and rear wipers. This car also has tilt steering column. All right, I'm going to start it up actually so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to grab a key from right here. Phenomenal, phenomenal car. I'm going to turn the volume off. We don't really want to listen to the radio, but we do want to look around. Just an amazing car. I love the way the dashboard lights up in red. They say red is one of the best colors for instrumentation because your eyes don't have to adjust very much to it, going from an outside dark light to an inside light feature. I understand a lot of race cars are illuminated in red for just that reason. But you can see you've got your radio controls here. There's a CD player right there. All your choices, very simple. Temperature cold to hot, your fan speed, and where's the air go. It's very simple, it's very well laid out, and it's very intuitive, so you don't have to wonder, you know, what am I doing or how do I do it? Simple switch knob from recirculate to fresh air, whichever one you choose. Here's your shifter. You got your drive setting right here, and you have a low setting down here. Now this is a Cvt transmission. That means continuously variable transmission. So basically this transmission works very similar to the way a snowmobile works. It changes itself by gearing the way a belt works amongst some pulleys. And it's what allows this car to be so reliable and so fuel efficient. I'll shut the car off so we don't have too much noise going on, but I want to show you some more great features on this. There's a 12-volt power supply right here. Okay, we've got an auxiliary input right here, which is super, super nice. Huge glove compartment right there. Obviously parking brake is right here. Even when you look over here at the seat belt, and I'll clamp myself in, the seatbelt shoulder height is completely adjustable. It goes up and down. There we go. Up or down. So depending on your height, you're very comfortable. I'm not the tallest person in the world, and I got to tell you, I get great visibility when I'm driving this car. But the other nice thing is, I've seen people that have bought these cars that are in the mid 6-foot range, and they also find their visibility and their seating to be very, very comfortable. And that's not what a lot of people think about with a small car, but it is the reality with this. Now, don't think that you're giving up safety either. This car has front airbags, it has side seat airbags, it has side curtain airbags, it has anti-lock brakes, it has traction control, it has every safety feature that you would expect on every Mitsubishi that we sell as far as its ability to help you either survive a collision or secondly avoid a collision by the way it manages the brakes and your traction and everything else all electronically and all superbly done. Just a great car. Let me show you the second row. Okay, so you saw where I was sitting in the front seat. Now I'm sitting in the back seat. You can see there's plenty of leg room. I'm not the smallest guy and I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but I've got lots of headroom. I've got lots of leg room. I've got my power windows back here. Remember, I'm sitting in a car that gets 37 in the city and 43 on the highway. And we've driven a lot of these around town, and a lot of times we'll do better than that. It's not been uncommon if we're taking our time to get 45 miles per gallon to show up on the instant MPG meter while we're driving around town on this car. Just an amazing fuel efficient vehicle. And like I said, so inexpensive to run. Let me show you how the seats fold down. Of course, you got 3 seat belts across the back. Super, super nice, super easy. It's got the latch system for child safety seats, so nothing is given up. I'll show you how the seat folds, too. There we go. Wait a second. I must be going for the wrong spot. They probably moved it around on me here. Well, maybe it's in the back. We'll give a look for it in the back. I guess that's where the rear seat folds down. Let's go take a peek back there. There we go. I knew I was just missing it. And down she goes. Now look at all the space that you've got back here. It's just an amazing amount. This piece actually comes right out of the way, and I'm just going to move it temporarily so you can see. But look at all the space that happens when you fold that down. Even with the seat up like this one is, you have an amazing amount of cargo space back here. You can travel very comfortably and have room for cargo or luggage. You don't have a lot to worry about. I'm going to put this shelf back in place. And the shelf is nice because what the shelf basically does is it hides your luggage from people trying to look in the windows. And that's very, very helpful. There we go. Just a very simple, simple device that makes things a lot more safe and a lot more secure. And it just hangs like that. So I'll fold this back down, and you can see, like I said, just a ton of room. Right? Now the other great thing about this car is that it comes with our pulse system. Now this is not something that the factory installed, it's something that we here at Showcase put on. And we believe that that's the kind of thing that can save a person's life. Right now there are so many people these days that are being involved in rear-end collisions. And about a third of all collisions out there are people being rear-ended. And so much of that has to do with people with phones pinging and texting and not paying attention. But it was determined in a study that if your trailing driver had just one more second of notice that the person in front of them was putting on the brakes, that 90% of rear-end collisions could be avoided. Well, we installed this pulse system, and what that does is it'll make that third brake light pulse 4 times before it comes on solid. Now, it has to be off the brakes for about 3 seconds before it does that, and you'll notice it pulses 3 or 4 times. Now, we've all seen these on emergency vehicles, on utility vehicles, and on school buses and things. Now it's time to bring that kind of a product to the regular retail person. I've seen them on motorcycles too. But realize this is the kind of thing that's going to make that person behind you take notice and realize that you're braking. And if you can let them know just 1 second sooner, you're a lot less likely to be a sitting duck in an accident. So this pulse system is something we put on all of our new cars. It's optional. If for some reason you like it, you can keep it. If you don't like it, we'll remove it for you. Not a big deal. But I strongly suggest it on everything. We can even put it on other used vehicles if you'd like. So let me go over some of the facts again with you. This car is barely over $15,000, and that's before any incentives, all right? It gets 37 in the city and 43 on the highway. You get a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty on powertrain. You get 5 years and 60,000 miles bumper to bumper, and 5 years and unlimited mileage roadside assistance. Between that, you've got great financing rates, we've got great leasing rates, and we even have great rebates. So regardless of the method that you'd be interested in owning this car, whether it's a lease or a purchase, your buying options are phenomenal, and the payments are crazy low. So between not having to pay for the gasoline because the fuel economy is so good, not having to worry about major repairs because you got all that warranty, and not worrying about sticker shock, this is your car. If you've been thinking used, you can think new now. Give us a call. We can do financing for you over the phone. We can do it on our website, and we can certainly do it in person. Showcase Mitsubishi. Our phone number is 989-684-0500.